the roll exercise, level 4 practice. Remember, in level 4, we are taking an exercise and doing a lot more with it. This exercise becomes very challenging in level 4, and not so much to play, but to understand. And here I will reveal why in level 3 I don't want you to push your hands too fast, because you don't need to. If you understand what I'm going to explain here in level 4, playing fast rolls is unnecessary. So first I have to talk about rolls and what rolls are. A roll is a sustained sound for a drummer. And what that means is, especially in concert playing, orchestral or symphonic, when a drummer plays a buzz roll, what they are essentially doing is playing a sustained sound on the snare drum. And the sound needs to sound smooth and even like this. Bzzz. That's what we're trying to accomplish. We don't want a choppy sounding roll. We want an even, smooth sound. That's what we're going for. Now, because of that, drummers in that setting have come to use a system called measured rolls, where underneath their buzz strokes, they have a measuring of what they're playing in single strokes. So each buzz stroke has a single stroke underneath it, and what that relates to is when we learned the exercise, we learned it as a 16th note exercise, which means there's 4 notes per beat. So the measuring of a 16th note roll is quadruple. Our measuring is subdividing the beat into 4 parts, quadruple, and playing four wrist strokes, but as buzz strokes. And that's how we're accomplishing our roll. In that measured system, you could play 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or duple, triple, quadruple, quintuple, and sextuple. And you can go on to 7 and 8. I'm going to stop there just to make the point for you. But that's what the measured roll system is all about. I hope I didn't lose you. If I did, come back sometime and watch this again. It might make more sense after you've played a while. And otherwise, hang in there. Stay with me. That's the measured roll system. So the key here is we have to know at what tempo we are all comfortable playing a smooth buzz roll or a clean double stroke roll. Now in this video I'm going to talk just about the buzz roll, but keep in mind I'm also talking about clean double stroke rolls when I'm talking about the buzz. But let me just keep it in one track to explain it. So you have to find where your clean, I take that back, you have to find where your smooth buzz roll is. So without the metronome, you want to play a buzz roll and really listen for how fast your hands are moving to create a smooth buzz sound. That's probably going to fall around the 100 to 120 range for you. Here's 105 for me. I'm going to take the 16ths off so you can hear it with just the quarter note, the 4 subdivision. I'm going to use 105 for myself. This is very important. You have to find your number where you're comfortable, you're relaxed, you have a nice buzz stroke on each hand, your buzzes connect well and create a nice buzz roll that is smooth. When you find that number, write it down. Here's the math on this. If we're playing 16th notes, that's 4 sounds per beat, and I'm playing at 105 beats per minute, that means I'm playing 420 notes in that minute when I play buzz strokes with 16ths. You then need to figure out what your equivalent speed is for the other subdivisions to be able to play your measured rolls. So if I take 420 and divide it by 3, because triplets have 3 sounds per beat, I come out with a tempo of 140. If I divide 420 by 2 for a duple subdivision of the beat, I come out at 210. If I divide 420 by 5, I come out at 84 as a beats per minute tempo to play the equivalent speed of hands to go against this 16th note version. And if I play sextuplets, some people call them, 6 into 420 is 70. So what I'm saying is, if you're playing a duple measure, measured in duple, measured in triple measured roll in quadruple, measured roll in quintuple, measured roll in six or sextuple, these tempos are all going to have the same hand speed. I'll show you. Here's 105, measured 16th notes at 105. Here's 140, measured triplets. I'll actually play the triplets. Now I'll play it as a roll. Now I'll go to 210 and play a duple subdivision. This is very fast. I would never try to play a quadruple subdivision. It's not possible. Your hands can't move that fast. That's why we use the measured system. So I don't even know if I could play triples that fast, so I'm gonna go with the duple. Look, my hands are going the same speed as they did on the triplets at 140 and the 16ths at 105. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Do you kind of get it? Now I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom. This is quintuplets, and the speed for them is 84. Hold on, I got to get down there. Here's 84. So I have to subdivide my beat into 5 parts. Quintuplets switch hands like triplets do. Let's see if I got it. There they are. Those are quintuplets as a roll. And I had the same hand speed to produce that same smooth roll that I have with 16ths at 105. Taking it down one more level, I'll go to 70 beats per minute. I'm going to put the 8th note on so you can hear that. And I'm going to think of my sixes as 2 fast triplets. Da 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 da. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6. And there I have it. I'm playing the same hand speed. Do you understand that? I hope you do. It's a tough concept. And it applies to the doubles also. We can keep going down. If we wanted to do septuplets, a group of 7, 7 into 42 is 6. 60 beats per minute, subdivisions of 7 on the beat. Next down would be 8, I guess octuplets you might call them. Those are actually 32nd notes. And I suppose that would probably be around, I want to say 52, somewhere in that range. I'm just guessing off the top of my head. Probably not exact. And onwards and down we could go. That's how you figure out your measured rolls and you apply them. So 2 more things to talk about. I apologize for being so long, but this is really great stuff for you to use, especially if you're an orchestral player or a concert player. So to practice these subdivisions, you use the roll exercise and replace it with these subdivisions, and you play it in the tempo ranges that are here. So you work on it as a triplet exercise, much like I've done other triplet exercises in my videos, but instead of starting at 105, you start at 140 and work up and down from 140. You work on it as an 8th note exercise at 210 and work up and down. You try quintuplets at 84 and work your tempos up and down. Sextuplets up and down from 70, and what you're trying to do there is you're trying to make a connection between different tempos. Ideally, if you could play the triplet version all the way down to 105 and all the way up to 210, and you can play the 16th version all the way up to 140, you have an overlap. And in that overlap, if you're playing music in the tempo range of 105 to 140, you can make a musical choice about which measuring you're going to use. Are you going to use triple measuring or quadruple measuring subdivision? And you can try them both to see which sounds better. And you can listen to them, practice them on your own before you go to a rehearsal, and listen to those sounds on a snare drum, a good snare drum with the snare set right so you have a nice buzz sound, and make an educated decision about how you're going to play your long rolls in a piece of music in that tempo range. You apply that same thinking to each of these. There needs to be an overlap in tempos for all of these subdivisions. And that's what you work on with the roll exercise, is growing those tempos for each subdivision so they overlap with the neighboring subdivision. That gives you so much power as a drummer to be able to make the right choice for the best sound in all of your playing environments. That's a lot to think about, and again, I apologize for all that, but hopefully you understand it and follow it. Hopefully I was clear for you. If I was not, give it some time and come back and take a look at it again. I have one more video here, and in the next video, it'll be level 4B. I'll just show you a couple things you can do with the last line of the standard exercise. Check that out.